What's up, my friend? Check it out. Look what I'm pissing around with today. Pissing around with the electric guitar. Alright. There's just some things I wanna get through here. I'm gonna turn volume and turn my distortion, which is gain. Turn the antenna down a little bit here. This is the important thing right here. This is the important thing. This little plug, because it's still plugged into the amplifier. Now listen. You hear the amplifier. Let's try to tune this in. Touch it. Can you hear the waveform? Can you hear the waveform? Put you here, get closer. It's like a real musician. I'm promoting music right now. Here's the waveform. Now this is the best part. If I touch something, just cross over and touch a piece of metal. Well, this plug is in my hand, which is amplifying the electrical signal. Hence, you plug this into the guitar, the voltage goes through into the supply transformer, goes into an amplification system, whether it be semiconductor or old filaments called radio tubes, and then it gets rectified into a output transformer sent through the speaker, so you could magically hear that. That's electrical signal. Touch it. Current in the human body is getting amplified. And this will change waveforms. Does it make square waveforms? Triangle waveforms? Sinusoidal waveforms? Sawtooth waveforms? What other ones do we have? How about the waveforms on the back of the road signs around here? Then all I have to do is touch my hair, especially right where the vestibular's at. Now what I'm really trying to catch is shit that's gonna pop in the house. The antennas that... Here's the deal. I just found a little bit of memory myself. And I used to get advertisements for cell phone chargers. And they were trying to say that phone companies were trying to put them out of business and silence them because all the applications on your phone are made to make the phone go obsolete. But you buy this little charger. Just a little charger. It's not the USB cable. It's the charger. It plugs into the wall and you plug into it. And it goes through, it filters your phone and removes dirty electric. They're programming this through the electricity in your house. Because it must go back and forth to that smart meter because people can remote control you from your circuit breaker. True story. Mayorkas, where the fuck are you? Election day's tomorrow. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? No, that's a gas bubble that popped in my leg. Oh, it just popped off the couch. It's a leather couch now. These bands are going on couches. Now, the purpose of this story is when these cell phone chargers were going in and pulling out the dirty electrics from the applications, And as they're dirty electrics, they're forming static bands on the circuit board. And these static bands are like antennas. And it run with your antenna. It is some very deep-minded thinking, but there's a lot of folks that comprehend what I'm saying out there in the planet. Right on my calf where I'm jamming this thing in, that goes to my heart. Yes, every human being on your calf muscle, you have neurons connected from your calf to your heart. And your heart goes straight to the central nervous system, through your feet. Just like I showed you, I'm holding this thing. All I have to do is touch something metal. And it amplifies. Current will pass right through. There it is. I'm touching a metal belt. Every time I touch it, you can hear this. Let me give you an example. Here's my hand, I'm holding this. All I have to do is touch a piece of metal. This is current going right through. Right through the human body, it's going right through. And it's being amplified in that speaker. This doesn't really prove everything I'm trying to say, but see this? This is my invention for what the hell's going on. If you're experiencing problems, it's because of one of these little guitar cables that's holding current, dielectric pressure, and it's out. You can do a lot with this. Well, anyways, I'm going to go back into the phone charger. Let's see. I don't really want to pull this out. This is what I'm talking about. One of these. Now, the phone company didn't even give me one of these. I had to go buy one of these wall plugs myself. But they'd make special ones. What do you think happens here? They make special plugs that, you could probably pick up a signal on this in your transcripts. This is called a bandwidth. Simple. Very simple stuff, how cell phones work. Very simple. Now, what I'm trying to explain is, you could buy these chargers, and they even have them for energy saving in your house. There's a very specific reason why they're putting these out. Save energy, put it in the wall, run your plug in it. It's supposed to stop dirty electric, because it's called remote controlling the main lines. And when you plug your cell phone into the wall, and it goes to the circuit breaker through the smart meter, there goes your viruses that they so quote unquote dirty electric. And when it goes into the phone, you have that circuit board with all these little computer parts, and all of a sudden you hear ping, and it goes in there and makes a magnetic antenna. Ping. And it runs through your circuit breaker, and it starts getting in your applications and your operating system, and your phone starts to run slower. Somebody can remote control your phone with this. And then the ground wire. This is the important one. Because I watched a ground wire video the other day of people getting electrocuted. And since the ground wires on the house are connected to the circuit breakers, and the ground wires are pounded 10 feet into the ground, like with some advancements in technologies and remote controls, you can do a lot of shit. And you will create a ground current. I'm gonna post a video into this video so you can see what I'm talking about when somebody gets electrocuted. If somebody steps into a ground circuit, the ground current, just like I'm holding this, and I touch something metal on this table, get connected, you get it's when it says it's on a ground, it means the current's on a ground. It's not earthing. You must earth current. It'll just sit there on top of the charger and hold a static field like a rubber balloon. You rub a rubber balloon on your head and it will hold that charge. Did you hear that? That was the fireplace. Hopefully the microphone coil is able to catch that. Because it's the same thing that's happening inside your cell phones, everywhere in your house, and drywall in your house, soft fascias. You can hear this. These are antennas. And more importantly, since they're antennas, it's almost like it's a way for the artificial intelligence to fake alien invasions quite goddamn easily. I don't know how they were doing it back in the day, but they have to have a hell of a computer system to do so, called transistors. On, off, on, off, on, off. It's just amazing that I could hold this. I could hold it. Touch something over here and it starts. I guess that wasn't supposed to happen, huh? I hold this and touch a piece of metal. That wasn't supposed to happen. So what's going on? If we could do this to cell phones, what's going on with the human antenna? But yeah, it just makes me wonder why they started selling these special little chargers that say it would go through your phone to make it run better, so you don't have to get another phone. How's the charger supposed to make your phone run better? And all I have to do is pay for it once and don't need monthly updates? So we have a dirty electricity problem. And this is the stuff they don't want to tell people. Election day is tomorrow. And I have an artificial intelligence monitoring my electric usage. And if there's any discrepancies and fallacies there, or if I'm stealing power, why isn't the artificial intelligence sending out a human agent? DLC? What's going on? And what are we doing with holographic technology, DLC? Are you prepared for this? And anybody that works for DLC, you should be ashamed of yourselves. It's amazing. It's still rolling. It's still rolling. It's like, this is what we're doing to humans, okay? Pretty soon you're going to see people plugging in. This is a direct correlation. I know it's not like 100%, but I'm just hoping this video can make a little bit of sense to people, because we're electric. Oh, there it is. There's a pain signal. And my friend, one of my good friends I speak to, she's a book writer. She just had carpal tunnel syndrome. And that's a heart attack. This is it. Okay, your knuckles, these two fingers, right here, and especially right here where your tick rate is. Somebody gets static on there, like a piece of static. It's a ground current static, a quasi-static. You must discharge this. The problem is they keep bringing it back. It's like food particles. After you eat, food particles will start to perspire, just like a tree does. It sucks the water up and oxygen comes out of the tree. When somebody gets really hot in the middle of winter, like a football player, they take their helmet off after they've been running around, you see the steam just rising out of their head. This is like oxygen passing right through the trees, and this static. This object here, you can hear it. Well, the problem is when you eat food, the same thing occurs. The food particles will literally perspire right out of your body. Food particles. And then you can start, whatever the food you ate has this little crazy stuff in it, blah, 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 which makes a lot of sense. You could set up a goddamn sort of like a nuclear fusion reactor and or a system that takes that food particle, charges it, and brings it back to you, and remote control this. It's just like a video I seen of a guy on the Plasma channel. I'm going to link that one too, because that's a good video. All he had to do is point. And I forget the experiment that he called it, working with dry ice. And the current from the human body amplifies like a laser. And you can move the smoke. And that was in 2022. You should have seen some of the shit I was doing here with current running through my body and holographic technology. I'm giving it away on purpose. I don't want it. Get it away. I don't want it. But and then that TV's on in the back room where Dad's at. That's where they like to send a lot of messages from. There's a hole in the window back here, mind you. And it'll sound like you could hear someone talking in there. Very simple. And the human ears can pick this up. It's called a metasurface. It's called propagation, extremely low frequency. And the reason why it works on only your ears only, you have a ground signal on you as the human being. And only you could hear this propagation of this extremely low frequency. It's coming from the TV in the back room as that TV's working, just like this amplifier. Somebody taps through it like wiretapping. And the signal comes through and you're hooked up with a ground current. And your ears pick this up. Okay, this is very simple. Very, very simple. And it can be done in ways where it benefits you. It can be done in ways where it kills you. And I'm trying to figure out who the fuck's trying to do it in ways that are killing people. And what is your motive? Besides research and development, making money, or silencing people. Because this is called silent weapons. Mayorkas, this is called silent weapons, nigga. Cracker, human, subhuman, and whoever else is affiliated with you in this secret nuclear radiation program, that you're able to hide this. I'm very reluctant to speak about this because this is an embarrassment to my fucking country and the rest of human beings on the planet. But this will send signals coming through that amplifier into that microphone coil that are being done as of right now as I'm speaking. It comes through the ground current, and I can only imagine what's coming through the video and getting stuck in the servers. I can only imagine. So this is this is analog. This would be analog. Analog. There's no transistor in this amplifier. There's no semiconductor in there. Solid state, I should say. Solid state. Something just snapped out of the charger. He's like these little balls. He's like little balls of thunder. Boop! Anyways, my friend. Let's see what else has popped here. something's amplified on this table too. It's collecting current, ground current. Ultrasound. Simple little guitar cable, huh? What you could do with an amplifier today, and then imagine running this through one of those antennas up here at the police station, because it's shortwave radio. And that shortwave radio is propagating frequency. Just like I could have a walkie-talkie and listen to every word the police are saying right now. And right now, they could hear every word I'm saying, too, if they are able to pick up this signal from in this house, remote controlling main lines. Every fucking word. Hell, the Wi-Fi is being used as radar, and that means they could see every fucking thing you're doing from a computer screen in their fucking office. This is the police. Because they don't want to talk about the technology that is available. They told me personally, we're not telling you what we use. Election day is tomorrow. And it makes sense why Mr. Elon Musk is saying free speech. And right after free speech, the right to bear arms to stop tyranny. Election day is tomorrow. And he'll come here to McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania. Right where the kingpins are. You can federally look this one up. It's pretty bad down here in McKees Rocks. It was right next to a music store that has all these amplifiers in it. The Music Mafia. Right next door to a fucking music store. It's been there for years. Years! You guys go in and say hi. Talk to you in the near future, my friend.